Hey, what's cooking? Yep, that time again. I'm doing something a little bit different. I really like corned beef, and my wife's getting kind of tired of it. Well, it's not like we eat it all that much, but she said, how many times can you eat a Reuben, And so I found a recipe that I found very interesting, and so that's what we're going to be making today. I don't know if it's going to be any good or not. We're going to find out, so come along with me and see what you think. Hey, what's cooking? So the corned beef's already done. I've got it sitting over here. And what I'm doing now, I have taken some Yukon Golds and I have sliced them. The recipe says 1/2-inch segments, but I think that's going to be a little bit thick. So I've sliced them into, that water's hot. Just don't stick your finger in it, stupid. 3/8 inch, roughly, slices. And we're going to boil these. Once it returns to boil, we're going to boil them for about 5 minutes. Until they're a little more tender. Then we're going to take them out and we're going to drain them on a paper towel, and then you'll see. So what is this recipe? Well, it's actually called Irish nachos, believe it or not. Okay, the potatoes have been boiling for about 5 minutes. I'm going to drain them and put them on here to drain off any of the water, and then I'll show you what we do next. So I've got the potatoes drained and pretty much blotted. Now it says to put them on a baking sheet, drizzle with olive oil, add some seasonings, and gently toss. Well, I'm going to do it in the bowl, and then we'll transfer them to the baking sheet. So, put my potatoes in here gently, and yes, they are hot. Couple tablespoons of olive oil. That may be a couple of tablespoons. There's extra virgin olive oil. A teaspoon of dried oregano. It says a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic, but y'all know me. We like garlic. A little bit of salt and pepper. And now we will gently toss. At least I'm hoping this is gentle. I don't want to stir it up because some of these are pretty soft. You can see they've already started to break. Okay, it says to line your baking sheet with aluminum foil. I don't like to do that. This is a non-stick sheet and I've sprayed it with extra virgin olive oil. So we're going to line this with these potatoes. And yes, they're still hot. Ouch, really hot. It's like putting a puzzle together. I may have too many potatoes for this big cookie sheet. We shall see. That's a big clump of garlic there. Let's spread that out some. Now I've cut this recipe down a little bit. It called for 4 pounds of potatoes, and I only did a couple because I didn't want to do 2 pans of this. That's what it calls for. And I'm gonna leave them relatively close together because this is what we're gonna cover with our meat and our beans and stuff. I was afraid the small cookie sheet wasn't gonna be big enough. It might not have been. So I've been preheating the oven to 425 degrees, and it's ready, and we're gonna bake these at 425 for 30 minutes. Got the timer set at 30 minutes. Now we wait. While the potatoes are baking, I've taken the time to shred right at half of the corned beef. I think that's enough. If it's not going to be enough, I can always shred some more. It also says to combine a half a cup of sour cream with a tablespoon of horseradish, which is what I have just done. Now I need to prepare the jalapenos. Yes, what's nachos without jalapenos? Okay, the potatoes have been cooking about 30 minutes. We're going to take these out and set them over here for the time being. They look pretty good. I haven't made up my mind if I'm going to do one of the things they recommend. I'll play it by ear here in just a minute. Now what it says to do, I'm not going to do. I should have made more potatoes maybe, but it says put half of them in the middle of the pan and then cover with cheese and meat, etc. And then more potatoes and more meat and cheese, etc. And then bake them, so it'd be 2 layered. I'm not going to do that. I'm just, I don't know why, but I'm not. But what I am going to do, I think it'll be easier to eat. We'll just pick it out with a spatula. And it also says to put your jalapenos on last. I'm not going to do that either, because I like them cooked into my nachos and hot. I don't know about anybody else, but that's just me. It's what I like. Put these bigger pieces on the bigger potato. Move some of the other ones around. And I really like these jalapeno carrots, so I'm going to put them everywhere there's not a. These are just so good. May warm me up a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see. I saw an empty spot. Where was it? Right there. Yes, my hands are clean. The recipe also says to use 2 kinds of cheddar, white and yellow. I don't have white, but I'm going to sprinkle a fair amount of cheddar. And I'm not worried about it getting on the pan. That'll just turn into goodness. what I do have is this Chihuahua cheese. It's a quesadilla cheese, and it is so good. It's a good melting cheese. It's got a really good flavor. That should be in there. Now the shredded brisket. Brisket. Well, it is a brisket. It's just not regular brisket. I think I shredded about the right amount. So, got our shredded corned beef on here. Got our jalapenos, our cheese. One more thing before we put it in the oven. Actually, I lied. Two more things. Thinly sliced red onion, divided. And the black beans. Move those around so they're kind of evenly spaced. And into the oven it goes for 5 minutes. And when that's done, I'll come back. And that's 5 minutes. Let's see what these look like. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That looks pretty yummy. Now we'll let these rest a little bit, but I want to top with the sour cream horseradish mixture. And hope I don't make too big a mess, because I have to clean it up. And I'm putting this on while it's still really hot because I want it to warm this sour cream up just a little bit. Ooh, that was a little much, wasn't it? Now I'll let these cool down and we'll taste them in a little bit. So how is it? Well, let's find out. My wife likes it except for the horseradish and the sour cream. She does not like horseradish. I forgot. Oh my. The horseradish has a bit of a kick. It's not too bad. The jalapeno is not bad at all. The onions and the black beans just go right along with it. Help mellow. Actually, it helps mellow the horseradish out a little bit, I think. Very good. But I like horseradish. Oh. Tired of the traditional dishes that you've seen made with corned beef? Like corned beef hash, Reuben sandwiches, corned beef and cabbage, etc. Give this one a try. I think you might be a fan. I know I am. And beverage of choice to go along with a good Irish dish. Cheers. So that's what's cooking. Y'all come back.